All right, this is a problem here out of 3.4, and it says find the polynomial function f of x of least possible degree having the graph shown. So when I uploaded the picture, it already had the answer here. So I don't want you to worry about the answer right now. We're going to worry about how do we find that answer, okay? Because that's actually the more important part. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to look for our x-intercepts, okay? So I see two of them. I see this one here, and I see this one here. So the first one is x is equal to -5, and the second one is x is equal to 3. So then number 2, now I'm going to write them as factors. So when I'm writing them as factors, what I'm doing is I'm bringing that -5 over. That's going to be x plus 5. When I bring this 3 over, it's going to be an x minus 3. Now, I want you to notice something about this x-intercept. When it hits and it bounces off, let me see if I can do that. There you go. When it hits and it bounces off, this is when we have what we call an even multiplicity. Okay? Oops, it's supposed to be a y. Even multiplicity, meaning that that x-intercept is going to occur an even number of times. So let me kind of clean this up a little bit again. If you notice, the graph hits it and bounces off, and it's not really flattened out. Sometimes I'm going to kind of try to draw you a picture. It's coming down like this, and it hits, and it kind of flattens out, and it does this. I know it looks like it's 2. When it's really flattened out, usually that's when it occurs like 4 times or 6 times or 8 times. Here we're going to say this is going to occur twice. And you might say, well, why did you pick 2 times? Because it says the least possible degree. So if I'm going to think about even numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8, the smallest one would be 2. Okay? So now my third step. Let's start writing out our polynomial. F of x equals a. It's going to be some coefficient times x plus 5 times x minus 3 squared. Okay, so if you notice, we've already used this point, we've already used this point. They gave us that point for a reason. That point's important, okay? So the fourth step I'm going to do now is I'm going to use that point. So remember, this here is the point 0, 9. And that refers to the x and to the y. But my function is using f of x. So the y and the f of x are going to be the same number, and that's the number 9. So I'm going to write 9 equals a. We said x was 0. Okay. So let's see. 0 plus 5 is 5. Oops. 0 minus 3 is a -3 squared. Right over here where I have a little bit more room. So a 5, -3, when I square it, is a positive 9. So this is 9 equals 45a. So when I divide both sides by 45, 45, we get a is 1/5, okay? So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this equation here, and everywhere I have the letter a, I'm going to replace it with a 1/5. So we're going to write f of x equals 1/5 x plus 5 times x minus 3 squared. And when I look at this and I look at the